we are here with my channel, that is Economics at a Glance. So guys, today we will study monopolistic market. Well, we have already covered perfect competitive market, monopoly market and oligopoly market. So today we will deal the last market, that is called monopolistic market. Before moving to the video, let me tell you, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, and for more updates you can follow me in Facebook, Instagram and Telegram through this following links. So let's get started guys. Okay, so first is, what is the definition of monopolistic market? See, monopolistic competition is a form of imperfect competition. Well, I have mentioned in this first lecture of market, so it is under the imperfect competition, right? So it can be found in many real world markets ranging from clusters of sandwich bars, other fast food shops, coffee stores in a busy town center to pizza delivery businesses in a city or hairdressers in a local area. So these are the examples which we are finding in our daily life. So these are all the monopolistic competitive market examples. Okay. So next is monopolistic competition. It is similar to perfect competition. Even some economists regard it as more realistic because the products are differentiated. See, one thing I can say is monopolistic market is the combination of perfect competitive market and monopoly market, because some points he has grabbed from perfect competitive market and some points it has grabbed from monopoly market. So we can say it is a combination of these two markets. Okay, next, yes, what I have told, it is the combination of perfect competitive market and monopoly market. Why? Because it has grabbed some points of this market and grabbed some points of this market also. Hence we can say it is a combination of these two markets. Next, these are the examples of monopolistic market. Like I have already mentioned the sandwich bars. Like we can have many types of sandwich bars, many types of fast food shops, many kind of coffee stores in the market. So these are the monopolistic market we can find out in the reality. Okay. Next is, what are the assumptions? Like every cases in perfect competitive market, monopoly market, every time we have studied assumptions. So what are the assumptions here? See, there are many producers and many consumers. Well, the concentration ratio is low. That means we cannot say that there is infinite producer and seller and consumer in perfect competitive market, or one seller, one producer in monopoly market. It is in between. That means many producer, many seller and many consumer, but the concentration ratio is low. Okay. Second one is, consumers perceive that there are non-price differences among the products. Well, non-price differences I have already mentioned in the oligopoly market. We have studied that. So that is, there is product differentiation. Well, what happens? There is no differentiation in price. Well, price differentiation, which market has the characteristic of price differentiation? Yes, that is monopoly market. It is very important. Monopoly market have the characteristic of price differentiation, but monopolistic market has the characteristic that is product differentiation. Product differentiation means in one product we can have many varieties, okay, many substitutes. When substitute will be more, then competition will be very strong and plenty of consumers switching take place. Because as we have more substitute, we can easily switch to our likely product, right? So there is higher competition here. Next is, producers have some control over price. They are price makers, not price takers. Well, price taker are the seen in the perfect competitive market, and price maker we have studied in monopoly market. So here the producers are price maker. But the price elasticity of demand is higher than it would be under a situation of monopoly. So next one is, the barriers to entry and exit into and out of the market are low. There are some barriers but very low. We cannot say that there is no barrier. There is barrier but low barrier. Okay. Next is pricing power. While fixing the price, what you should, or being a monopolistic market people, what you need to consider. Okay. So there are three factors affecting the pricing power of an individual firm in the monopolistic competition. Three factors. What are they? First is you have to think there are still maybe many competitors keeping pricing low. That means every time you should keep in mind there are some competitors who can charge price lower than me. So that what happens, consumer will be grabbed by him. Okay, so this thing always should be remained in our mind, being a monopolistic market people. And second thing is product differentiation allows the firm to charge a different price to reflect any unique qualities of the product. See, I have told you product differentiation means in one product you can grab many substitutes or many quality things. So showing your quality, your branding, your advertisement, consumers can be easily attracted to the competitors. So this thing also you keep in mind while fixing the price things. Okay. Next, last one is barrier to entry and exit of the market are low. So this requires firms to price competitively. What happens? There are some barrier, but it is very low. That means competition always lies in this market. So you have to be very strict and very conscious about fixing the price competitively. Okay. So three things you have to keep in mind when fixing the price. Next is, I have told you it is kindly different from perfect competitive market and monopoly market. So here I will tell you how it is different for perfect competitive market. First thing is number of producers or sellers. In both the cases there are many sellers or many producers. Okay, so there is no difference in this point of numbers of producers. Then next is types of goods and services available for the consumer. See, we have already studied for perfect competitive market, the products are homogeneous. But in case of monopolistic market, just we have studied differentiated product or product differentiation. Okay. Then third one is, does the firm have control over their own prices? See, in perfect competitive market, we have told that they are price takers. They have no control over price. But in case of monopolistic market, yes, some pricing power they have. That's why they are price maker. Yes. Okay. Fourth one is branding or marketing important? In perfect competition, there is no need of branding and like this marketing. But in monopolistic market, yes. As there is non-price competition and product differentiation, so every time you have to show your consumer that our product is superior, and for that you need marketing and advertisement. Okay, so next is, are entry barriers zero, low or high? See, in perfect competitive market there is zero barrier because it is free entry and free exit. But in case of monopolistic market, lower barrier. We have just discussed that. Last one is, does this market structure lead to allocative efficiency in long run? In perfect competitive market, yes. At point price is equals to M.Sc, or we can say that long run average cost minimum point. But in case of monopolistic market, it's a no, because here price is greater than marginal cost. Okay. So next, coming to the profit and loss points, what happens in the market? See, two things we have to see, in short run and in long run. Well, in short run there are three things we will face. One is supernormal profit, which is very abnormal. Then second one is normal profit, which is actually happening in the market, and the third one is loss. So these three things will be seen in the short run. But when we will analyze taking the long run period or long time period, we have seen that only normal profit occurs in the market. Okay, there is no evidences of supernormal profit or loss, only normal profit. So guys, we have studied that in the short run there are three things we will get. What are they? Supernormal profit, normal profit and loss. What are they? One is supernormal profit, second normal profit, and third, that is loss. Well, how they will get it? We will discuss through graphically. See, first thing is supernormal profit. How in case of monopolistic market, a market can get supernormal profit, the profit which is not normal. Okay, see. So we have already discussed what are the cost curves, what are the return curves, how to relate with that, how to relate or how to get the profit things from the cost curves and return curves. In the monopoly market we have already dealt with that. Okay, so see, So the major point to decide is the point where MR is equals to what? MR is equals to MC. Marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. I have told you. So see where MR is equals to MC. Well, just like monopoly market, in monopolistic market also, this average revenue, marginal revenue curve and marginal cost and average cost curve are relatively similar to the monopoly market, right? So what happens at this point, we can see this is your marginal cost curve, this is your marginal revenue curve, and here is the point when they are equal, right? MR is equals to MC, which is the very basic point to get the optimum point. Yes or no? Yes. So just that point we will extend to AR, that is average revenue. We have done that already. See, with this point we will extend to average up to average revenue curve. Okay, we have extended. So this is our average revenue. Fine. Okay, this is price, and the point at which it will touch the average cost curve, that is our cost. Okay, so if we can see, this is O origin, let's say it is A and it is B, D. Okay, so O, A, B, C, this is our cost. And price we have charged in the market is OABP. Okay, so price is this larger rectangle and cost is this smaller rectangle. So what is the profit here? See, let me write this. What is the price we have charged? OABP, right? And the cost incurred by us is OADC. So when price minus cost, that is profit. Yes or no? So profit will be, if we will subtract this smaller rectangle from this larger rectangle, which area will remain? This area. So this is our profit. Getting the point? So this profit is equals to BDCP. This area is called profit. Okay, and this profit is called supernormal profit. Okay, generally in case what happens in the market, when a farm starts in a very good business model, in a very competitive way, he is getting more profit, more and more profit. Okay, and that is called supernormal profit. But after that, what happens? When other farms will see that this particular farm is getting more profit, so we should also do that. Yes or no? This happens in a market. So due to this supernormal profit, it will attract new producers enter into the market. That means by seeing your profit, other producers, they will enter into the market. Then what happens? Many competitors you will have, then competitor policy will appear, they will charge lesser prices, your customer will go to them, you are getting lost. So many things will carry on further. So that what happens in the next step, in short run only, okay? I am telling only about short run now. So in short run, first what happens? We are getting supernormal profit. Then what happens? Others enter. So as competitors are increasing, so what happens? My revenue got decreased. Obviously, many of my customers will go to them. So my average revenue, it will decrease. See, average revenue and it has been declined. Okay. And average cost has been increased. Okay. So this average revenue has decreased, average cost has increased up to the point where this average cost is tangent to the average revenue. Getting my point? Remember the point up to which average cost is tangent to the average revenue curve. And that point is the point where the farm will get normal profit. So whenever you are getting a question, normal profit is occurred at the point where average revenue is equals to average cost. Otherwise, MR is equals to MC. It is common for all. But when average revenue is equals to average cost, that will give you normal profit. Clear? See what happens here. Again MR is equals to MC. This point, okay, we will extend up to AR. Okay. So this is our price and this is also our cost, because this is the point where AC and AR, they are equal. Okay, so at this point we can say that this is our cost, this is our price. Okay, that is called normal profit. So afterwards what happens? Even if more competitors are adding on, then what happens? This average revenue will decrease even more. Then what happens? This average cost will be more than average revenue. Initially what happens? This average cost is lying below this average revenue line, right? Next what happens? They are coinciding. Then next what happens? Average cost will go above the average revenue line. How? See, just a minute. Okay, see what happens. Let me show here. See, this is, okay, this is your average revenue and this is your marginal revenue, and what I have told, average cost will go above the average revenue curve. Okay, so here your average cost, it has go beyond average revenue, and as usual marginal cost. So what happens here? See, we will check at the point where MR is equals to MC here. Now we will extend up to the curve AR, right? The AR is showing us the price we are charging, okay? And this extension, the point at which it will touch the average cost curve, that will show you the cost. So again we are extending up to average cost. So what happens here? Cost is OA B.Sc and price is OABP. That means the price you have charged is lesser than the cost you have incurred. That means what? Cost is greater than price. That means you are facing loss. Yes or no? So this is the point where you are getting loss. This area is your loss. So when the farms are getting lost, then what happens? Some of the farms, they will thought that why to be in this market, we are already facing loss. Let's just move to any other business. Okay. So some of the farms, they will leave the market. Okay. Then suddenly the scenario will change. Because why this scenario happened? Because so many competitors are there in the market. When some of them have gone away, again it will revert to this case. Getting my point? That means you can charge your own price, you can balance your cost because many competitors have left the market, right? So again from loss you can reverse to normal profit. Okay, getting my point? So these are the three things, three stages you can say you can face in short run market. Okay, in case of monopolistic market. Why this is happening? See, I have told you the average revenue, average cost, marginal revenue, marginal cost. These curves are similar with monopoly market, right? But the one thing difference is, in monopoly there is a barrier to entry, but in monopolistic market, products are heterogeneous. That means differentiated product, and there is no barrier to entry and exit. Just because of that, these three stages happened. Clear? So this is all about the short run. Another thing I have discussed, in long run only you can get is normal profit. I am sure you are getting why. See, why in long run only normal profit happens? I have told you how this total journey of a farm, how it starts with supernormal profit, then how with the entry of competitors it is getting normal profit, from normal profit to how it is getting loss, then how it has reverted back to the normal profit. But majorly Like from starting to beginning to end, the most stable thing is this normal profit. That means anyhow the farm has to maintain at this stage, that is normal profit. Okay, so this is why it is called as a long run. Only the market has to be placed in normal profit stage. Getting clear? Okay. Another thing, remember, whenever you get question normal profit at point, which point? See, first one is major thing, MR is equals to MC, which is very common in every cases. Apart from that, this is the most important, that is average revenue is also equals to average cost. Clear? Okay. Still, if you have any doubt, you can mention in the comment box in which part you are facing problem. I'm there to help. Yes, the monopolistic market chapter got over. Next onwards, I will just cover some important terms to be known in a market chapter, and then onwards I will start the distribution chapter. So to know more about that chapter, stay tuned with my channel and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.